Every time my little daughter starts crying in the living room, I think to myself, we have a little actress on our hands.
I've got one on my hands, too.
And it's good to know that there is a group around here who can help your little child develop those skills to be the next Brad Pitt or Jennifer Lawrence.
Burning Coal Theater offers programs to help children and adults find their passion. Artistic director Jerry Davis joins us now. And Jerry, give me your thoughts on whether in this competitive business and work environment, the place that arts still has.
I think art does have a place, and I think it's becoming more important rather than less so. In the 21st century, America is not going to be a place that builds things. It's going to be a place where ideas fuel the future, if you will. And there's no better place to train young people to think abstractly than through the arts, and I think performing arts particularly.
So what are some of the things that you specifically teach to middle schoolers and high schoolers during the camps that you have this summer?
Well, I think young people tend to be shy, when you're in, just coming into your teens. There are a lot of things going on in the body. The hormones
You're
are raging.
Thinking about a lot of things.
Right, that's right. Not all of them useful, but so teaching them to get out in front of people and to confidently speak, to use their voice, to use their body for expression, and most importantly, to use their creative imagination. We learn that as a child, or we know that as a child when we're very young. We're playing, we're exploring, we're learning, but gradually we back off of that as we become more social, and in the theater we teach young people not to back off of that, but to use that creative imagination, and I think that's going to be very useful in the 21st century, no matter what job you ultimately end up in.
Will the students perform a play at the end of this? In
the middle school camp, which takes place in June, it's a 2-week camp in June, the kids create their own play as they go along with the guidance of a teacher. And then in the senior camp, which is for high school students in July, that's a 3-week camp, the young people will rehearse and present a Shakespeare play. In this case, in the middle of July in Raleigh, North Carolina, we'll be doing The Winter's Tale.
Oh, wow.
So it will be a real challenge to pretend that it's...
Take their mind off the heat.
That's right.
That's
right.
really using the imagination. But also, you guys invite people from all over to come in and counsel these kids, too, right?
The programs are run by our education director, who's a wonderful young man who recently graduated from New York University with a master's degree, and but we also bring in one-day teachers throughout the course of the conservatory, and they teach various subjects. Ray Dooley, who's the lead actor at Playmakers in Chapel Hill, just signed on for a 2nd year. John Gully, who heads the acting program at UNC Greensboro, comes in each year and teaches. So the young people have a chance to meet some of the people who may be in their future and decide whether they like them or not.
That's cool.
Yeah, so you also offer programs for adults, don't you?
We do. We have evening classes that we teach each year. We do playwriting and screenwriting in the fall. We do public speaking. That's usually non-actors, business people, and that sort of thing. And then over the summer, I have a class that I teach, which is strictly an acting class based on the teachings of Uta Hagen, who was my teacher in New York City for 7 years.
And you actually take people to historical sites here in Raleigh?
We do. One of my favorite things that we do is each spring we present a play in the Oakwood Cemetery. And there are a variety of puns that I might make right now. That it's a grave undertaking. People are dying to get in. You've heard them all before. But what we do is we dig up stories that
you couldn't resist.
Wow.
There's just one more of people who are buried there, and we present their stories. So the actors literally come out of the bushes and say, you probably don't know who I am, but I'm buried 20 feet over in this direction, and here's what I did.
That's cool.
That is really cool.
One of the things we discovered when we started doing that is that there's a guy over there named Red Upshaw, buried in the Oakwood Cemetery, and Red Upshaw was the first husband of Margaret Mitchell. He was the model for Rhett Butler.
What?
Oh.
He's buried in the Oakwood
That's
Cemetery.
So cool.
Yeah,
so much history.
Yeah, who knew? Who knew that?
Wow, what an education. This sounds like such a cool camp or event for adults. Thank you so much for coming in.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me back, you guys.
To sign up your child to go to camp at Burning Coal, just visit the website burningcoal.org.